So, this episode, we have a very, very special guest. See, Memestar only got one very.
Oh, okay.
Why don't you go ahead?
Well, he's not retarded or anything. He's not very special.
Well, I mean, we don't know that for sure.
I've
never been tested, but
my mom wanted to, but we couldn't drive to Houston.
I couldn't do that. It just wasn't. It wouldn't fit into my lifestyle.
My rock and roll lifestyle.
You can be. I'm pretty sure you can be retarded and be rock and roll, as long as you can play an instrument.
Slash.
So what's your name for the viewers at home or the listeners at home
or on the go?
Or yeah,
it's like we're going with DGX.
Yeah.
G.
Tuned in.
Nice. This is your radio call. Sign in.
Owner's manual.
Yamaha. That's okay.
Oh, I thought you meant like the keyboard.
No, this keyboard.
Oh
No. The Yamaha.
I thought you meant your fucking like your gaming keyboard. You're like
61 ES, bruh.
Yeah.
Tickling that ivory.
dude.
Oh my god.
That happens. That's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it looks like I'm going to be going with DGX for this episode.
I think
probably the rest of them.
Yeah. That's a pretty legit fucking name.
It's hot.
Honestly.
It's landing.
Yeah.
People are going to like that.
Yeah.
Painties are
they're gonna
sopping.
They're going to look you up and wonder who you are.
And you'll be like, who's this DGX
Your
guy?
name sounds real as
and
opposed
they're
to
just going to get a bunch
Yeah.
of pictures of a Yamaha keyboard. But it's okay. You know why?
Because that's what you look like?
'Cause that's what I look like.
The Yamaha keyboard.
Ha! Joke's on them. I am a Yamaha keyboard. So that's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's my alias. It's whatever. Yeah. It's pretty
It's
cool.
not a big deal or anything.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
You might also learn about my other name, Da Vinci. I never died.
Never died.
That floppy helicopter doesn't work all that well. I'm sorry.
Took
Sorry, you guys keep trying to do that.
bro.
It doesn't work.
Is that where you like spin your dick around?
The floppy helicopter.
No.
I like it.
Although, yeah,
I didn't even catch
I guess
that
it could be. Yeah, the floppy helicopter. That's when you're not quite erect.
Yeah,
So it's just
exactly. You're just having fun with
He's
it.
just in that state.
A half erect penis.
Doesn't really
Still
swing, it just
able
kinda-
to make full rotation
Right.
multiple times.
Gross.
Well, haven't you read the green text where the guy's like he's in a race or whatever? He's a runner.
No.
He's in a race and like he's running, and he's behind everybody. But then his fucking shorts fall off and his dick starts fucking spinning in a circle.
Oh, he gives him propulsion.
It gives him propulsion, and he fucking wins.
It is not ringing any bells.
I didn't remember it until I remembered him like propelling himself
Yeah,
forward
yeah.
with his dick.
Yeah.
I think it was more of a spiritual thing than anything else.
I'm sure it was. I mean, it's like science. It's like painting flames on the side of a van.
It makes it faster, right? It makes it faster and like 400%
It just makes it
cooler.
faster, yeah. Well, I don't know about cooler with like
Well,
helicopter dick, but
no, the flames.
the flames for sure.
I don't know
Helicopter
about
dick,
your
not
dick
so
flying
much.
out while you're running a marathon or whatever, and then you winning. It might make it cool if you won.
Right.
Well, if you win, if you don't, it's just really
Then
sad.
you're fucking a legend. That's the guy that won the fucking. He won the 400 with his dick out.
You'd still be the coolest loser.
and then he winked or whatever at fucking all the chicks that were watching.
That didn't happen.
He was gonna take first place,
Okay.
and then he tripped over his shorts.
Well, see,
and
that's
he
the thing about green
scraped
text,
his
is that-
dick on the ground.
You got to be a little bit,
I'm not familiar.
you know.
I just not. I don't know.
You gotta take it with a grain of salt when you read green text.
I'm pretty sure you're not allowed to put it on the internet if it's not true. That's what
Right.
my high school woodshop teacher told me once.
Did he really? Or did they really?
Yeah, he had this. I don't know if you ever had.
Yeah.
Yeah, he started out the year with this like this 20-page hand printed packet
Oh.
titled how the Muslims started the Holocaust.
Okay, all right. I took him after that, so they like had boiled him down a little bit.
That was after he dropped a hard N in reference to Obama winning the election.
Oh boy. This is
Yeah.
2008, right?
Yeah, it was not okay.
Okay.
He did that, and then they started cracking down. But prior to that, every single year, he had a 20-page printed packet off of Wikipedia titled How the Muslims Started the Holocaust. And it was an hour-long discussion every year. I had it twice.
Okay, I also took this class, but we didn't get the 20-page packet about how the Muslims started the Holocaust.
It was brutal.
But we did get a very long conversion story about how his Christian friends converted a Muslim to Christianity because Christianity is the superior religion.
Uh-huh.
I talked about
of course,
this.
like,
I
how
think
could
in
you
maybe
not?
episode 3 you talked about this.
I talked about this because he like called out a Muslim kid who I don't think was actually Muslim.
Right.
Well,
Indian?
if they're Middle Eastern, they're Muslim.
Obviously.
That's how it works.
Never mind the Buddhists and the Hindus or any of those other brown
I don't
people.
even know what kind of fucking mumbo jumbo you're talking about right now.
Oh, I know Muslim, Christian, Jews. Those are the three. Big three.
Buddhism. What kind of Muslim is that?
It's a specific sect.
Of Muslim. Gotcha.
Right.
Okay.
Did you hear that he got fired?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. There's no way he couldn't have.
For dropping another hard N.
Oh.
Is that what it
I
was?
think this time it was in reference to a student, though.
Oh.
I think that's
You're allowed to use it as long as it's not in reference to anyone you teach.
Right.
Obviously, if you're talking about Obama, that N,
That
you
N.
just drop it. And now he's not president anymore, we don't have to respect him anymore.
I'm saying N because I don't know it.
It's okay. I edited out any other uses of that word as well. Because
I
we've used it a few times.
Because it's not like
I don't say it.
saying
Big Star says it,
Yeah.
but I don't say
I
it.
actually said it in the last podcast, and I edited that out. I was like, I don't know.
It's a little bit too edgy.
Like it wasn't like it wasn't. I wasn't saying it in terms of like calling someone it. Keanu was telling his story, one of his stories from Bart, about two black kids hotboxing an elevator, and he said that he had muttered something as he walked away, and I was like, "Did you say N?" And
that's inappropriate. You can't say that.
Jack.
Right.
Jack.
It's okay. We have Microsoft Sam come in and say our screen names whenever someone messes up.
It's a delicate system.
Yeah. But really all he said was that it's pretty typical, which is why the previous podcast name is It's Pretty Typical.
Nice.
Is that up?
Yeah,
Okay.
that went up today.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So one time, I hotboxed Bart once.
Oh God.
Well, not like me specifically, but
Of course
me
you did.
and a lot of other people.
You would hotbox Bart and make fucking THC beer.
I'm still pretty committed to that idea. Hey, E40 can do half of it. Why can't I do the rest?
I don't know.
Because
But
E40 is E40, though.
Anyway, continue with your story.
But yeah, no, it's everyone was hotboxing Bart on the way to Love Fest.
Well, that makes sense.
I specifically remember this lady. She was probably 50 something. Very upset about the situation. She just stepped out and she's like, "You can't do this. This is everybody's air." And I still use that all the time.
You can't do this!
This is everybody's air. It's so funny. I hope she got high.
Maybe she's usually pretty mellow and then she gets paranoid.
She gets really paranoid when people start hotboxing her Bart train. You never know.
I mean, the whole thing, I'd be worried. Fucking open the door and it's just like, whoa, there's a wall of smoke and you're like, nah. This train's either on fire or a really good time, but I don't know if I can make it all the way through to the next one. I'll just stand.
I made it just fine.
Yeah.
I walked back and forth a few times.
Mostly sitting.
I got
lost.
Did get a little lost, as to be expected with Bart.
Right.
I have no idea how to navigate that system. They have maps on the wall.
They're color-coded.
They're color-coded, but it's just
the trains aren't color-coded.
They're not. You just pull up, and then they're like, all right, now we're leaving Telegraph. And you're like, oh, fuck, I need to be on Telegraph. They don't tell you until, like, they're leaving.
Yeah.
They're like, yeah,
and
this is
like,
this station. You're like, wait, what? And the fucking doors close. I'm like, all right.
All right, leaving Telegraph to go to first. Like, no. They needed to be on Telegraph. And you just got to ride it full circle.
I don't know. Oh, yeah, that's the only option.
It's the only option. Pretty sure that's the only option.
Right. I
doesn't go in a circle.
Yeah, no. I can't just get off
goes
the
to the
next
end
station.
and comes back.
Full circle.
Nice.
I definitely always get, like, intense anxiety as my stop is coming up because I'm like, I don't want to miss it.
Yeah.
Especially if it's really crowded and I'm like, am I going to be able to make it through this crowd of people to get to the exit before the doors close again?
Usually not.
All you gotta do is follow the people as they get off the last, like, 4 stops, and you just, like, fill in their space.
Right.
Then you fill in their space.
Yeah.
And then when you're, like, 5 people away from the door,
But
that's
see,
when
that
you,
makes
like,
me
muscle your way
anxious.
out.
It's like, what if...
Well, fucking today, when all the protesters were getting on the train, it was fucking
Oh, it was
awful.
a nightmare.
Yeah.
It was a
So
nightmare.
bad.
We went to Walnut Creek, got some barbecue. It's terrible. They literally made the protesters leave their protest signs outside the front door of the restaurant. It was awesome.
Just
Just a
keep
bunch
it
of
outside,
like
guys.
crazy hate signs for Trump
Oh, boy.
just piled up on the side next to the
We're
door.
just trying to have barbecue,
Like,
man.
I realize, like, okay, like, it's one thing to have, like, the thing you're standing for, of, like, you know, protect X right, whatever rights, or I support this. But to have a sign that's just, like, fuck a particular individual, like, really? Really?
I think that's probably the best way to do it.
Is that, yeah.
That's how
Yeah.
you handle it.
Definitely promote hate with...
That's how you handle it,
Yeah.
though.
Yeah, path of least resistance.
If you yell loud enough, no one's going to tell you to stop.
Right.
Yeah. The louder you are, the righter you are.
I wasn't really mad about the protesters because they weren't, like, bad. They weren't, like, being assholes.
Sure.
I mean, they were wearing, like, hats that said, like, hashtag pussy hat and weird things like that.
Okay.
Like, half of them had, like, sashes that said nasty woman. And I was like,
Sashes?
They wore, like, you know, like, fucking the Miss Colorado and shit, like, the fucking sash that
no.
goes across you. The fucking, this is, like, nasty woman, grab her by the pussy, all this other stuff.
I definitely wear a sash that said "Move on her like a bitch," because that would be hilarious.
Good Halloween.
Oh, I thought it was going to be like you wearing a sash that grabbed me by the pussy.
No,
Where?
That's the funny part.
No, but
Which pussy?
all they did was complain. And it wasn't, like, about Trump. They were just complaining about, like, how BART worked. They act like they use BART all the time, but the people who complain about BART on BART are not the people who use it.
Right.
They're all just like, oh my god, it's so crowded. And then they were mad that all the seats got taken out because it was on one of those trains where they took, like, half the seats out
Oh yeah,
to fit all the people because you fucking need to fit them all on today. Because
Right.
all these assholes going to MacArthur.
Right.
And they're just fucking, like, sitting there like, oh yeah, this is a great idea. And then this lady was standing next to me the whole time, and you know, I'm okay with, like, if you're rubbing elbows with somebody, but she was, like, using me to stand up. She was, like, weight bearing. She had her arm in, like right here
Oh good.
In
with a
the
good
side.
amount of pressure, like, the whole time. It wasn't like a bump.
Does she have a bony elbow?
No, she was a fatty, so
Uh,
it wasn't horribly unpleasant. But it was like,
That sounds nice.
I'm not a fucking
sounds like you got some
hold on to the bar or something.
human contact.
It was gross.
Did
The
you
breath was awful.
pull her ponytails and spit in her face and call her a whore? Did she have ponytails?
No.
She should have braided her hair.
Did you?
Should have braided her hair while she was turned around.
And then be like, how's that for personal space? I feel like that
Fucking
would
get
have
off
been
the
the
train.
first.
Who braided my hair?
Oh shit!
It was
These
that-
look wonderful.
Did she have braces?
It's around here. I saw it drop. There it is.
No, she was like 50 something. So, but they were.
We saw a girl today that had braces. She was pretty cute. She was like 12, but she was still pretty cute.
Yeah, I'd maintain
Please.
that she was pretty young, dude. You know how you have to be like 16 to work?
Right.
Probably means she was 16.
Yeah. But like,
I carded her.
I can
carded
make
her.
an investment.
A long-term investment.
Yeah.
Well, it's like we were
Pays
talking
off
about
in
it's
2
like-
years.
It's like we were talking about earlier. You just fuck her mom until she's of age.
Right,
And
right.
make her wait.
Right. That's
So when she's 18, you're 25, and
It's not weird.
It's legal.
It's not weird. It's legal.
It's almost like stalking to a degree. You're just like, can't wait for that.
No, not if it's consensual.
Wait for that puss.
Not if it's consensual.
Yeah.
At least on one
You just
side.
fucking give her a business card, like, hey, call me in 2 years.
Pretty sure it
She
only
fucking
has to be
calls you.
consensual on one side.
That's what consensual means, right? As long as one of you agrees, that's consent.
It's a one-sided agreement.
Back to rape again.
Oh.
Well, I mean, the whole stealing someone's seed conversation was essentially rape.
Yeah. We brought it
Well,
up,
I mean, yeah, that's-
It was just lighthearted and humorous, but
Yeah.
mostly it was just like a dentist raping you.
right. So DGX, what did you feel? How did you feel about the series of unfortunate events show
It's awesome.
on Netflix?
It was really good. When I started it, I will admit that I was a little bit too high to follow the first episode. My girlfriend gave me a very strong edible and exaggerated how strong it was
Gotcha.
to get me to eat the whole thing. And when it finally kicked in, I was so high, I couldn't even follow like the first.
So she underplayed how strong it was.
Oh yeah, she was like, I was like,
It's
how
only-
much of
it's
it
a-
should I take? And she was like, it's not that bad.
It's a
And I was like-
mild high, and you're like, oh,
I was
sounds
like,
good.
oh, okay. And I was like, how many milligrams? And she's like, it doesn't say. It was 50 milligrams. That's 5 doses.
Oh God.
You're just fucking a pile, just a
On
soup
top-
on the couch, just like,
On
whoa.
top of like
Whoa.
having smoked before,
Ooh.
it was too much.
For an
I'll be
hour,
the-
I lived as a liquid inside of a vase.
I'll be the first to admit it. And for the rest of the series, I watched it sober, just to counteract how high I was for the first episode. It was awesome. I loved it. It was really good.
Was
it was
it? Oh.
the makeup
Mm.
was like awesome. The sets, we were talking about that earlier.
Yeah. Visually
Incredible.
stunning.
Everything
yeah.
was like built for the show. It wasn't like CGI.
Right.
I mean, there was CGI in it, but
Definitely.
like the majority of it was props and like
Yeah.
just like hand built like scenery.
Right.
Awesome. And it was like so good. Storyline was totally on point with where it should have been.
Yeah. Way better than the movie.
So much better.
Yeah.
And plus, I don't like Jim Carrey.
Really?
Not really.
Not even in Ace Ventura?
That's
No one doesn't like Ace Ventura.
everyone likes Ace Ventura, but that's because he's supposed to be like that.
Oh. What about Dumb and Dumber?
Point back
The
to
original.
autism.
No,
Ace Ventura is autistic, and that's why he's so good with animals.
he's
Instead of being able to play the piano, he can talk to animals and shit.
Right.
yeah. Well, it's
Pet
just how it goes.
detective. He made his own fucking career. He's got his own niche where he's just like, I can
Don't-
dial in right where I can talk to dolphins.
Talk to me. I got some dolphins I need to talk to right now. I don't understand your facial expressions. Are you upset? Are you scared?
Are you a dolphin?
You're not a dolphin. I can see that because I can talk to those. I understand what dolphins are thinking.
Maybe I don't like people. Maybe I just prefer animals.
I think I'm gonna go live in the woods for a little. Really think about things.
So what's an example of Jim Carrey where you don't like him?
Everything else.
Everything else?
I can't stand Jim Carrey. He's just too much for me.
You didn't like The Mask?
No. Who liked The Mask?
I don't know. I don't know if I like it.
You
I
put
mean,
your hand down.
I watch it, but I don't know if I'm enjoying it or not.
You're not. You're just confused into thinking you like it. You don't. No one does.
Are you saying that Jim Carrey is like Adam Sandler?
Absolutely. Those are my two least
No,
favorite
Adam
actors.
Sandler's way worse.
So much worse.
Jim Carrey at least like tried to act.
Yeah. Like,
Adam
have you seen the number
Sandler, like
23?
Adam Sandler straight up played a retard in like half his movies.
What did Jim Carrey play?
A very zany person.
A
He might as
very
well be-
zany retard.
There's a subtle difference between autism and retardation.
Oh,
It's not subtle because there's a hard line.
He's not playing autistic in most of his other movies. Even like Ace Ventura, he didn't intend to come off as autistic.
That's because like the autism spectrum wasn't like a huge thing then. It wasn't like every child had to be somewhere on the autism spectrum.
Well, they
They're just
are.
on the high functioning autism.
Just because, well, I mean, like, it's like before people knew what cancer was, people still got cancer.
Yeah, but it didn't fucking define their personality.
It defined their cancer.
When they died.
Defined their death.
Yeah, there was just a bunch of people eventually like, ugh, in their blood, and they're like, all right, well,
And just
my
like a lot
time.
of people were just shitting themselves in a corner, like not understanding what people's faces meant, and they had autism. Nobody knew that.
I can't dispute this point because I haven't existed for all of humanity. I haven't seen every autistic
They're
person
just like, oh,
in the
he's
medieval
just-
era. So
He's
I can,
just like retarded or whatever. But he was autistic. Same thing.
I'm telling you that Adam Sandler is way worse.
He's not. They're not. Neither of them are good. One of them
I
could be
would put
worse.
Jim Carrey at least 3 notches above Adam Sandler.
Absolutely.
Adam Sandler is the fucking worst. Have you seen the...
Jack and Jill?
Yeah, that one. It's the Chimichangas! I swear to God.
I haven't seen it. I refuse to watch anything with Adam Sandler.
Dude.
It's so bad you won't even watch it? That's the worst one!
I refuse to watch anything with Jim Carrey.
But you've seen stuff from Jim Carrey.
I've seen stuff from Adam Sandler.
How much?
About as much as Jim Carrey.
But Jim Carrey doesn't put out that much content.
Yeah.
So if you see like the same amount of time of Jim Carrey, it's like proportionally more of his career.
Right.
I despise both of them.
Alright, I'm not saying you have to like Jim Carrey, I'm just saying that you have
Jim
to
Carrey
respect that
like-
Adam Sandler's way worse.
Yeah, yeah. It's
There's-
like Hitler versus Stalin. They're both bad people, but one's a little worse.
I liked Waterboy.
And you like Ace Ventura. Bam. There we go.
There we go.
There's the 1 for 1.
There you go.
So they're both
Except
equally.
Ace Ventura has 2 movies.
Yeah. I only watched one of them.
The second one.
The first one.
Who knows which one is which?
I
You
think,
haven't seen the best one?
Was it? Wait.
The best one's the second one.
Which one is the one where he climbs out of the rhinoceros's ass?
That's the second one.
Then I've seen the second one.
Okay. So you haven't seen the dolphin one then?
Yeah. Not as good. It's still funny.
Well, it's the first one.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it, though?
Yeah.
I would say that it's not as zany, almost.
Definitely not. There's definitely no one
He doesn't
anybody's
climb
asshole.
out of a rhinoceros's asshole.
And he doesn't do the slinky thing, which is it's pretty great.
I did appreciate the rhinoceros asshole scene.
See, I can't say I appreciate anything that Adam Sandler's ever done. With his Adam Sandler's movies do not rely on
Have
Adam
you seen
Sandler.
The Waterboy?
Okay, I've seen Waterboy.
I'm
I'm just saying that he plays a stutterer and a fucking retard and as many like broken people as he can think up. That's what he plays. And now
my daddy died of dehydration.
now he doesn't play retards anymore. He just plays people who are just like really
Just-
emotionally broken, like he is.
No, they're not even that. They're just people who are just unbelievably annoying.
Would you
That is their fault. Is that they're just a terrible person.
Okay,
Would
Or
you
a
say?
terrible
Would you say
parent.
about my mama?
She's fat.
she's ornery. Alligators are ornery because they got all them teeth and no toothbrush. No.
Ah, you've seen it.
I like Waterboy. I didn't say I didn't like it. I just think Adam Sandler's trash.
Yeah.
I just think he's a fucking garbage can on fire.
That's fair.
There's still some warmth coming from it, but
I agree. I agree.
I think Billy Madison's really bad. Have you seen Billy Madison?
No.
Stop.
Billy Madison's is like production company.
No, it's Happy Madison.
Happy Gilmore.
Happy Gilmore, not Billy Madison. Happy Gilmore. The one where he's a hockey player who becomes a golf.
Yeah,
Goes
that's
to
Happy
golfer.
Gilmore.
Yeah, and then Billy Madison's with the other one. Which one's Billy Madison?
And that's happy. Is it Happy Madison? I don't think it's
Yeah,
Billy
it's
Madison.
it's like his 2 pinnacle characters, Happy Gilmore and Billy Madison, and the company is called Happy Madison. But fucking Billy Madison is the character in another one.
I don't go out of my way to remember. Adam
I don't know,
Sandler.
but I'm just saying that he's got
That's
like
a good call.
he's got like two movies that he's famous for, and one is Happy Gilmore and the other one's Billy Madison.
It's probably Billy Madison.
I think Billy Madison's the one where he goes back to school because he failed the 3rd grade or something, and then he's got to like get his high school education again at like 30. But he plays like a fucking retard in that movie.
Oh.
Not because he's stupid. Because
This is the movie that Family Guy like made fun of, where Peter had to go back and like retake
Yeah.
3rd grade.
his Family Guy doesn't know how to make his own content.
Right.
And now that it doesn't know what the hell it's doing ever.
Yeah.
I
I don't think I've watched Family Guy for like 6 years.
That sounds
It's
about
pretty
right.
awful.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, Happy Gilmore, he plays a guy who is just bad at hockey.
Okay.
He doesn't play a retard in that one. And then Bobby Boucher in The Waterboy is a stutterer and kind of a simpleton.
I'm pretty sure
Forrest Gump level.
He's mostly a simpleton.
Forrest Gump level of like kind of stupid. Maybe a little smarter than Forrest Gump.
I would say the opposite.
I'd agree.
Forrest Gump like does
Yeah, but
things.
Forrest Gump takes itself seriously.
Well, the movie does, but like the character, like
Whatever,
is
man.
unaware.
They're both simpletons.
Billy Madison is about a fucking man-child who is probably retarded because he fucking plays action figures in his swimming pool. He just fucking bad.
Forrest Gump was actually retarded.
Yeah.
Well, that just shows how good Tom Hanks can make a retarded person look.
Right.
Adam Sadler can't make him not seem retarded.
Honestly, though, but like watching that movie, Adam Sandler. I don't believe he's a retard. I very much feel like I'm watching an actor play a retard. I don't feel like I'm.
That's
watching
because he doesn't act like that.
Yeah.
He's got to go so like caricature, so that it
just
isn't him.
It's just unrealistic, and I don't believe any of it.
I don't know what Adam Sandler is like in real life.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure he's tired of making his own movies.
I just watched.
I'm sure.
He had a couple of like straight to Netflix movies.
Mm.
So like he did That's My Boy with that dude from SNL.
Oh,
Well,
yeah,
all
with
What's his fucking name?
Andy Samberg.
Yeah. He did that, and he played the worst character he's ever played,
worse than Jill from Jack and Jill.
barring Jill. Besides Jill.
So let's be clear here.
I'm just saying that like if you take the element of cross dressing, it makes any character 10 times worse.
True.
Unless you're Eddie Murphy and you're the Nutty Professor.
Right.
I also
Do
don't
not
much
like
care for Eddie Murphy.
Okay, I don't care.
Right.
I don't care. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about Adam Sandler.
Okay.
How much I hate him.
Okay.
I'm just saying that the character he plays in That's My Boy is just the worst. I kind of enjoyed the movie because it didn't rely on his retarded gang from SNL that like all of his movies rely on.
Right. The four people, the
It
four
had-
actors that are
yeah.
reused in every fucking
Rob
movie.
Schneider wasn't in it. We didn't have.
Rob Schneider is a Stabler.
Yeah, it didn't. It wasn't. It like heavily relied on Andy Samberg to carry the movie.
All right.
You're like, okay,
Well, at least I used to respect Andy Samberg.
Yeah. at least he's actually funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I'll
then
give
he
you that.
did.
Like as a human.
Yeah, he's funny.
But then he did The Do-Over, which is him and fucking David Spade. And he plays a guy who is an FBI agent who fakes him and his buddy's death so they can redo their life. But it turns out he's not an FBI agent, and he's actually just some asshole who never got out of high school. And he got a fake badge, and he faked their
How
deaths
do
by
you never
blowing.
get out of high school? You either drop out or you
I'm just
graduate,
saying. I'm
or you
saying
take the GED.
mentally, he was never out of
Oh,
high
okay.
school. He's still like the
Alright,
cool guy
alright.
from high school.
All right.
Okay.
But that
I was
movie,
on the football team.
that movie was awful. And then he did something called The Cobbler, which is like his attempt at being serious.
Oh, my girlfriend tried to get me to watch. I hate Adam Sandler. I just refused.
I watched it. I watched it only because he was really sad, and I was like, wow, maybe we could see what he's really like. And the whole like first 45 minutes was like really sad. He's like, yeah, I hate my life. And he still played kind of a retarded guy, I think.
Yep.
But
That's all he knows.
it's all he knows.
Have you seen Click? Like that movie's supposed to be funny, but like his character's supposed to be somewhat more serious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's still all of his like.
He's still all of his, all his,
I'm Adam Sandler with my fucking high-pitched
It's-
little voice.
it's all his Adam Sandlerisms.
Ugh.
Which is weird, because Click is like, on paper, is a good movie.
On paper, yeah, it would be really cool. Except if they didn't have Adam Sandler with a super hot wife.
If you just got someone to replace Adam Sandler. If you could just do a shoot-by-shoot remake of Click without Adam Sandler and just keep the entire movie the same. If you just, like, fucking CGI'd that guy in there, he's like, did fucking Tom Hanks or something, I'd be totally okay with it.
I would watch Tom Hanks sitting in a white room doing nothing. He would make that amazing.
You know who I think would have been a
Crosses
better
his
fit
legs.
for Click? Tom Hasselhoff. David Hasselhoff.
There you go.
Fucking
I was like,
couldn't even
who
get
the
it right.
fuck?
Couldn't even get it right.
Talking about Tom Hanks over there.
Yeah.
David Hasselhoff was in Click.
Yeah, he was.
He was his boss.
Yeah.
Shit, he was.
And he slapped the shit out of him and then farted in his face.
They should have flipped it.
Yeah.
Should have been Adam Sandler.
Adam
was his
Sandler's the boss who gets shit in his mouth.
Is it gas?
I was like, this is a shit in my salad. Okay, but the cobbler. The cobbler's really sad because It's not sad because the movie's sad. It's sad because he just seems so lifeless in it.
Mm.
And all it is about this guy who makes shoes for a living who never knew his dad because his dad ran out on him because his dad had like a mob debt or something as a cobbler.
A shoemaker?
Yeah, he had like a mob debt or some shit.
You know, one day the Don came in. He said, "I got a rip in these Italian shoes. Can you fix them?" And I said, "Yes." And he said, "You fix them good, and you die." And then I fixed them bad. and now I've been running ever since. And that's my life now. I fucked up the Don's shoes.
I knew it was you. Been looking for you for 3 years.
That might as well be the plot of the movie. It's
I'd watch that movie.
Not if Adam Sandler made it.
Not if Adam Sandler is in it.
No one else would make that movie but Adam Sandler.
If it was David Hasselhoff, I'd watch it.
Yeah.
50 First Dates I enjoyed.
I didn't watch that either.
That's because Drew Barrymore carried the movie.
Exactly.
If he has a strong female lead, then it's okay.
Right.
Which Drew Barrymore is in
See,
like half of them.
Yeah, the funny part...
I don't know why she had to fuck up her career to do like The Wedding Singer and shit. Because The Wedding Singer is actually pretty good.
Yeah.
But
yeah, it was funny.
But only because Drew Barrymore made it like tolerable.
Right. And the only funny part of the 50 First Days is when she beats the shit out of fucking Rob Schneider with a baseball bat.
It's because nobody likes Rob Schneider.
Exactly.
Fucking, what is it, the male gigolo?
Oh, Bruce Bigelow, male gigolo.
Yeah, his fucking movie dynasty is
Bruce,
gigolo.
I know you've been, but first check this out. And he just fucking whips his dick out. That detective that's just always showing Rob Schneider's penis. So what do you think of this? What's that? Is that normal?
Okay, I'm gonna shift just a little bit.
All right.
As much as I hate Adam Sandler and as terrible as he is, there's one guy in all his movies who's way worse. In The Waterboy, do you remember the quarterback?
Vaguely.
You know, he's kind of a tall, handsome guy.
He's a pretty forgettable dude.
Okay, he's in That's My Boy, and he plays like the burnout junkie son of like the CEO, who's Andy Samberg's boss or whatever, and he's got this fucking atrocious laugh. It is the worst laugh I've ever heard, and
even worse than Adam Sandler's laugh?
no, it's worse.
Okay.
It's worse. We'll look at it in a minute. No, it's horrible. I can't remember the guy's name, only because I think that's like the only time he's been in a movie in the past 15 years, like since The Waterboy. But he is so fucking garbage. I feel like they threw him in there just so he could get a credit, just so he could make some money.
Probably you gotta throw him a bone every once in a while.
Because he's
gotta pay homage to the SNL crew, dude.
Yeah.
Rob Schneider wasn't in that because he was fucking a horse or something, you know.
He was fucking a horse?
Yeah. I don't know what Rob Schneider does in his spare time. I assume that is gigolo related.
Somebody fucked. It was on the news like 6 years ago. Somebody tried to fuck a horse and it sat on him and killed him.
Right. It was Rob Schneider, and they cloned him to bring him back.
Fucking horses is no joke.
No, it's really not.
Because they fucking sit on you and you die.
You can die.
Yeah.
They crush your pelvis into dust.
I'm sure it wasn't just his pelvis.